Welcome back to Tahoe Tonight. Now, everybody should always have an attorney present for whenever they open their mouth, kind of like me. We got Adam T. Spicer in the studio right now from Adam T. Spicer Law. How you doing, sir?
Hey, Drew, good to see
You're
you
all
again. Doing well.
up, good looking.
Thank you. You're looking good, too.
Well, not compared to you. I mean, geez, suit and tie, looking good.
It's the daily uniform.
Yeah. How's things going in Tahoe?
Pretty good.
Everybody behaving themselves?
They try. Sometimes, people come up to Tahoe and have a little bit too much fun, and that's usually when my phone rings and I get involved. But, it's been kind of a slow season, honestly, this winter, with the snow we've had. So, nothing too exciting.
Now, you're in criminal defense, correct?
Yeah, Drew, I consider myself a criminal and constitutional defense attorney. Okay. And I always like to throw that in because, if you're facing any criminal charges, even something as simple as a traffic offense, your constitutional rights are at their greatest when the government is trying to deprive you of life, liberty, or property. So I do defend the Constitution every time I work for a client.
How many traffic cases you see? You see a lot of people fighting speeding tickets now and these things?
Well, they're up to like $500 for
a
traffic ticket. So it can be really worthwhile to fight a traffic ticket. And I do get a lot of calls for traffic offenses. Not only people visiting, truck drivers like to give me a call if they get in trouble with the CHP.
Because they're in big trouble when they get in trouble, huh?
Yeah, their commercial licenses can be really affected if they get in trouble, and that's their livelihood. So,
sure.
People who need to drive for work can't be getting in trouble.
What about cab drivers? Represent any cab drivers?
Drew, I really don't like to talk about who I have and haven't represented, but cab drivers can get in trouble just like anyone else, not only when they're on the clock, when they're off the clock as well. And, people like to go out here in Tahoe and have a good time. So, they just need to be responsible about it and hopefully not need to give me a call the next day.
Well, we're getting into spring and summer. We're talking about it. Everybody's starting to drop their boats in the water, and you should always try to abide by the law. But in case you need it, I'm sure there's quite a few offenses on the lake that you could see.
Yeah, spring and summer are going to have their own set of crimes with them. Last week we had a good snowstorm, and I've been on all winter talking about the laws relating to skiing and snowboarding. But summertime's going to have its own activities, and they're going to have their own rules. If we have cyclists or pedestrians out, motorists need to be sure to yield to them. And cyclists need to follow the rules of the road as well. But you were talking about boats, and boating under the influence is a big one. DUIs are pretty much the #1 crime in Lake Tahoe. And they can happen on the water as well. You're out there, you're in the sun, you're wakeboarding or water skiing, and those beers might creep up on you faster than if you were at dinner. Now,
is it the same law? Is it still a .08 or whatever when you're on the water?
Yes and no. There is the legal limit. It's not under the vehicle code. It's under the harbors and navigation code.
And you know all this stuff.
I better. But, Drew, like I was saying, it will have the same consequences as a DUI. You're going to have punishment. You're going to have collateral consequences affecting your license.
Right.
And, people just can't afford that. It's too much of a hassle. So make sure, you have a designated driver on land and you have one on the water as well.
It's true. We all make mistakes from time to time, and it's good to have an attorney at your need if you need one, right?
Yeah, and I'm not just here to defend you. I'm really here to help explain your situation, the procedures in the criminal justice system. A lot of people, especially a first-time DUI or a boating under the influence, they've never been in trouble before. They've never dealt with bail bondsmen, district attorneys, judges. So I'm here to answer questions and really help you through the process.
Perfect. Adam Spicer, great guy, great friend to a lot of his clients. How do they get more information?
AdamSpicerLaw.com or 530-539-4130.
Adam, thanks for taking care of us as always.
Good to see you,
Adam
Drew.
Spicer, Adam T. Spicer, Adam Timothy Spicer. Look him up. We'll be back with more of Tahoe Tonight right after this.